Hello and what is up, guys? My name is Jager-M from SCREENCASTERS, coming to you now with finally a real-life deck profile debut of my Odd-Eyes Magicians to the channel. Hope you guys enjoy. I did put a lot of work and effort into making this deck, so I try to make it to involve every type of summoning involved. So bear that in mind. It's not really a traditional build; it's my own personal build, and I hope you guys enjoy the new playmat. It's Toho X Sailor Moon. Everybody loves Sailor Moon, right? Oh, it's my favorite anime with my favorite, first anime I ever watched put together. So without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile, because I've been talking for a little bit too long. So first things first, we start with 3 Odd-Eyes Pendulum Magicians. One of the best cards of the deck. The reason I want to run 3 of these guys because I always want to see them. It's a really good card. Not only for being a beater and part of the OTK with Utopia Beyond, but also because of the Odd-Eyes fusions that we run. So he's really good. You want to see him, and in worst case scenario, he gets activated in the Pendulum Zone, and phase get a search. 3 Dragon Pit Magician. He's basically your high scale. You do run one more high scale, we'll get to that later. He's basically your back row hate for the deck, as well as the Twin Twisters, but the thing about it, you always want to see him, and you always want to protect him. Out of all your magicians, he's the one you want them to MST the last, because he's basically the best card for your actual pendulum summoning, so remember that. He's also level 7 for your rank 7 plays. 3 Elf Dragon. I was thinking about cutting him to 2, but he's really useful. Especially when you open with Wavering Eyes and Insight, this guy is just amazing. Because you activate, like, you have double Insight. Double Insight, pop both, get Elf Dragon and your pit. Use Elf Dragon's effect to bring back that Insight from your extra deck to your hand. Activate Wavering Eyes, get a search for, I guess your 3rd Insight, or, Skullcrobat Joker, and then you start all over again. You got 2 free level 4s out of it, and, I like cool things. I really like this guy. His recursion effect is really useful, especially when he's pendulum summoned, or summoned basically in the way we usually summon him, which is pendulum summon. You can snag back one of your magicians from your graveyard to your hand, as well as your Odd-Eyes, so that's pretty good. 3 Insight, the best card of the deck. I guess Wisdom Eyes, is what you want to call him. He might get hit on the ban list if Konami keeps going the OCG route that they have been doing, but he's basically good. You always want to open up with him. Him and Skullcrobat is still really good. You always want to open with them, so there's that. 3 Kieran, because this card has way more synergy than Apex Avion in my opinion. Apex Avion, yeah, it's a level 7, and it does negate and destroy. However, this card is also a pendulum monster, so it could be searched with Wavering Eyes. Worst case scenario, you could use it as a scale, and the bouncing's really good. This combos really well with the Skullcrobat, because you can bounce the Skullcrobat, bounce the opponent's monsters, and reuse Skullcrobat during your next turn. So, I really do like it. I see it at 3, because I use him not only as a monster, but also for rank 6 plays. So, he's really good. In my build, I really do like him at 3, so there's that. 3 Effect Veiler. I feel the need for Effect Veiler. It's super, super good this format. The problem with a lot of decks is if you use Max C against them, you don't really have any hand traps to go into. I don't main Max C in this deck, I side it, but if you do, just a pro tip, if you use Max C, please include some hand traps, because if they know you're not playing, well, Damage Juggler is banned, but no, if they know you're not playing Effect Veiler or Gores anymore, yeah, the Max C challenge doesn't really see much of a challenge, you just have a bunch of advantage. If they can OTK you, it doesn't even matter. But Effect Veiler is really good. You gotta stop that Idea Monarch card, the Knight for the Monarchs. Stopping your opponent's Joker if they open with them. It's really good. I like this card, and it's good for stopping your opponent's board. Not many things can stop Effect Veiler, like except Book of Moon or something, but it's a 1-0 anyway. 2 Archfiend Eccentric. I love this card. It's probably my favorite card in the deck. It's your other high scale. It's a scale 7. I really do like baiting stuff out with this, because I activate this in a spell and trap in the Pendulum Zone, blow up the back row, then Pendulum it back out as a monster and blow up stuff. This card is so good. I can understand the price tag. I paid like 50 bucks for him. I love this card. It's so good. It's just so good. And the reason I have it is a lot of cards in the deck is because this is level 3. I don't run too many of the scale 3 magicians like Dharma Eye and Jinkei. Because most of the scales I have are scale 2, so I can bring this girl out over and over again. I do like that. The popping effect is super useful. It's well worth the price. If you guys can pick these up, I highly recommend it. It's that good. 2 Double Dragon for your synchro plays. There's only 2 in every run. You could try Tuning Magician. I don't like it. I tried it testing. It wasn't too well because it wasn't really a pendulum scale. So worst case scenario, you can search this out with the Wavering Eyes or Majester Paladin. It's a good card and good to discard with your Pendulum Call and Twin Twisters and stuff like that. But a 1-of is 1 Jinkei because Odd-Eyes Rebellion is a thing and I love it. I only run 1 because he's a scale 3, he's not scale 2, so I can't bring back Archfiend. Yeah, that's a stupid reason, I only run 1, but I like it. He's also a good beater. And if you're going against like a Bujin or like a rogue deck that mains light monsters, his effect for negating a light monster either player's turn is really useful. Here's a card not many people play, but I love it to death. It's Timebreaker Magician. Notice how he's a scale too. He's really damn good. If you guys don't know his pendulum effect, because that's usually what we use him for, each time a pendulum monsters, parentheses monsters, would be destroyed by card effects, they're not, basically. And he's awesome. I really do like that. It makes it so you don't fear Bottomless, because Bottomless destroys, then banish. So it makes you go a little bit more ham. He's also a level 3, so, you know, stuff like that. I really do like him. And he's searchable with your pendulum call. And last of the monsters are Fallen Hero, Skullcraback Joker. On the adjusted list, really likes kicking my ass because they banish my damage jugglers. And you know how my Chaos Dragons love them. Well, you did. But yeah, he's at 1 now, rightfully so, I guess. Stratos is banned. Why do they have a guy that can search even more? So, you know, I like this card. You need it. Bouncing him with Kieran is basically so good. So that's it for the monsters of the deck. A really hefty monster lineup. You always want to open with monsters and like Pendulum Call of Wavering Eyes. So that's kind of the reason why. So on for the spells. 3 Pendulum Call. It's amazing. If you're running a Magician deck, I don't know why you wouldn't run 3. It's fucking amazing. Basically, discard a card, add 2 Magicians from your deck to your hand, and they can't be destroyed by card effects in the Pendulum Zone until your next turn. It's awesome. I don't feel need to explain anymore. 3 Wavering Eyes, because it's busted. It's just such a good card. I don't know why you wouldn't play 3, especially in a Pendulum Mirror match. This thing's godlike. So yeah, 3 of this. Searches out your Pendulum stuff. 2 Twin Twisters. Back row is a thing. This deck does lose to like a lot of Solemn cards because they're counter traps and Pit can't snipe all of them, right? But yeah, Twin Twist is really good. I feel the need for it. This thing's about $10 right now, so I highly recommend picking these up because they're really good. It's not a replacement for MST, but if you're playing a very OTK based deck, this card can save your life. 1 Odd-Eyes Fusion. I want to play 2 because this card's amazing and it's just so good, especially kind of like Shell Fusion if your opponent has, well, that'll just read its effect. Basically, if your opponent has 2 or more monsters and you have none, you can use Odd-Eyes monsters from your extra deck as material. So that's why I run 2 Absolutes, so you can send 1 of the Absolutes and, you know, 1 of the Odd-Eyes things in your hand or, you know, field or something. It's really good. I like this card. Vortex is an amazing card. It's basically your own Quasar, easy to make and easy to summon, so this card's really good. You only need 1 though. I like 2, but you can search it with the 2 Sky Iris and Terraforming. This card's amazing. I choose the 2-to-1 ratio because 3 was cloggy. What makes this card so good is not only can you search out your, I guess, Pendulum Searcher, which is your Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon, but you can also search out your Odd-Eyes Fusion, and it protects your scales so they can't be targeted. So, you know, MST and Twin Twisters, yeah, fuck that. It's not even a problem anymore. So, it's really good. I like it. If you're playing Odd-Eyes deck, I don't know why you wouldn't main it. It's just super good. So there's that. Off the traps, basically your Rafflesia targets. 1 Bottomless, 1 Time Space, 1 Trash Trap Hole. Yeah, basically your Rafflesia targets, they're the best ones. I don't feel the need to run many or traps because those are the best ones. So that's it for the main deck and even 40 cards, as my decks usually do. So that is for the main deck. On for the extra deck. 1 Odd-Eyes Vortex Dragon. I was thinking about adding a rune-eyes too, just in case I can recycle. If I was running 2 Odd-Eyes Fusion, I'd add a rune-eyes, because when I had 2 Vortex Dragons, I never made them. So, you know, it's a very expensive card, that's why. But it's really good. It's your Quasar card. It does a lot of cool things. And if your Absolute Dragon dies after you summon it, you can bring this guy out and have your, you know, stuff like that. So that's good. After Synchros, 1 Odd-Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, 1 Clearing Synchro Dragon. You run a lot of high-level monsters, this card can save your life. Meteor Burst is really good for the Dark Destroyer combo with Odd-Eyes Rebellion. Also, any decks that main hand traps, like Gores or, well, I guess Damage Joker's gone, but, you know, he's really good against floater decks like, I don't know, Pyramid Turtle, stuff like that, I don't know. Not a lot of those are getting played, but this guy can really help you. And by the way, cool thing, if you do his effect to bring out a monster from your Pendulum Zone, which is probably Dragon Pit, he can't attack, but if you overlay with Absolute and bring him back with Absolute's effect after negating attack, he can attack then, because it's this card, not like this monster or something like that. So really good, that's for the Synchros, those only ones I feel the need for playing. Off XYZs, 1 Trapeze, 1 Castel, 1 Crab King, 1 Rafflesia, 1 Magister Paladin. These are your rank 4s. I don't feel the need to explain them. This guy's really good, although be careful with level 4s you rank, you overlay into them because I don't really use the effect. I don't run the Draco Slayers because they're expensive. Well, you only need 1 right now, the Luster guy, but, you know, getting a free search is really good, especially for those dead hands. This guy's really good if you bring out your Odd-Eyes Rebellion. Casto is the best card in the game for any situation. Diamond Crown King, not a lot of people main this card. I like him. He's 3,000. If you have Meteor Burst, you can just kill, you know, Dark Destroyer with them. I mean, they'll both crash, but it's good. Rafflesia, I like this card, and it's good for your opponent's turn. So that's it for the rank 4s. One rank 6 is going to be Utopia Beyond for OTK. One Naruto, the Moral Leader, because everything's Spellcaster, even Kirin. You can overlay your Ebon Illusion on top of him, and, you know, his effect is basically detach, special summon normal magician monster from normal spellcaster monster from your deck. So basically, this guy can tutor out your Dragon Pit for another rank 7 play with your monsters, or, you know, stuff like that. So there's that. I like it. He's really good. That's a good beater for the need for it. 2 Absolute Dragons, because it's amazing. You'll only go into one. The other one's usually there for Odd-Eyes Fusion material. Really good. 1 Odd-Eyes Rebellion Dragon, because you can make him legitimately with Genkai, or when your Absolute Dragon dies. And lastly, 1 Flare Metal Dragon for that burn damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you think of the deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys!